Hey. Hey from Mexico. Sorry, I haven't been on here for a while. I have been on a last minute backpacking solo female trip around Mexico, having literally the time of my life. This is the view from the apartment I'm in. I decided to end in luxury and I booked myself this amazing place. But that's not what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about Happy International Women's Day and what happened. I've had a lot of adventures because I hadn't planned anything just for my first 2 nights and I've been away for 2.5 weeks. And everything else, I've literally just been going, where do I feel like I need to be today? I've been listening to the land, I've been listening to my body, I've been really deepening my intuition because in this time of craziness on the planet, it's really the thing that's going to get us through is our ability to listen to our guidance system and our intuition. And so I've had this story that yesterday I went to buy water. You can't drink the tap water in Mexico, so you constantly need to be topping up because you have to drink a lot. It's super hot. Sorry, England, I know it's snowing. Don't worry, I'll be coming back at some point soon into the snow. So I was on my way to get water and mangoes, and on the way back, I had my shopping. I was laden up, and I was staring at, I don't know, like the beauty of my surroundings. I wasn't looking where I was walking, and I'm on a tiny little island where the roads are made of sand. So I was flip-flopping away, and I put one foot in, and I literally, my next step, I went up to my calves, and then momentum, my foot didn't come up, and my next foot went straight over that one as momentum of walking, and literally, so I was then deep in calves, and I looked down, and it looked like cement suddenly in the side of the road, and I started to sink, and I literally couldn't get out, and I'm a strong person for my height or whatever, and so I was pulling and pulling, so trying to get light. I was pulling and pulling myself, but literally, as I realised this was fairly serious, I looked to my right, and there was a woman cycling past me on a bike, and I could see as she got towards me, her face was going, because she could see I was sinking. And I literally said, I need help. And unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. So I was super lucky. She was English. And very few English people here. She literally jumped off a bike, threw it on the road, and then grabbed me. And then by her holding me, I was able, with a lot of difficulty, to get myself out. And she was like, oh my God, I've never seen a sinkhole like that. That's insane. And I was like, I know. And literally, it was like I was then walking in solid cement for like 5 minutes until I could get to the beach and wash everything off. And like a Spanish person walked past and said something, which was either like stupid tourist or, oh my goodness, you're so brave. I've never seen anyone escape from such a deep sinkhole. I think it was the latter, but and this just on International Women's Day, I mean, there are so many things I can share about what's been going on the last few weeks, and what it's taught me. But I was reflecting on that because it's such a weird, extraordinary thing to just happen. Like quicksand is only something that I read about in kids' books. So for that experience to happen, I was really meditating, reflecting why did that happen? And I think the lesson that came through was that we can't do it on our own. Like I couldn't have got out of there on my own. It needed somebody else on the higher ground to help me. And also it required me to ask for help. And it's such a key lesson in life, like to ask for help and reflecting on the women who've really helped me. Like at the moment, I'm working, part of being a coach is that I have to, I don't have to, there's no law, but like I have a coach, I have an amazing coach who I'm working with for a year in a really deep program. And it's having someone who, it's not necessarily not going to help, but going to for advice, who isn't your mate, who isn't your parent, not that mine are, my mum's alive anymore, but it's a different relationship. And if you'd asked me years ago, I would never see myself as someone with a coach, but it is simply the best decision that I've made in recent years. Like it's life-changing. It's changed my life. It's facilitated me being in Mexico, working from here. It's facilitated, like, you know, the amazing, extraordinary results my clients get are just blowing me away. And because of the way that I work, and essentially, because the way that I work is not just linear, it's not a coaching program and then I just, you know, do the same formula that I learned on some course. Like, this is the way that I work is a culmination of 8 years as the Buddhist leader, of working with indigenous shaman around the world, of, you know, understanding many different philosophies and esoteric ways, as well as being a coach in business since 2009 and traveling the world with CEOs and, you know, all these white collar organizations. And it's the melting point of all of that is what allows me to help other people. And it was wonderful in that moment to just be able to go, help, stop, I'm stuck, and have this woman help me. So big shout out to all the women who've helped me in my life, to my amazing clients, the men and the women, to the amazing people I've met on my trip, such extraordinary women. A shout out to the 20-year-old Mexican-American woman who sat next to me on a bus, and we ended up spending the entire day together because we got on so well. Shout out to her, she's extraordinary for 20, such an old soul. And just wanted to say that on International Women's Day, while I've been here, I've been tuning into what comes next in my year and I'm super excited about this. And if you're feeling just an inkling, listen on March 21st, which is the spring equinox, I am starting a one-to-one coaching offering, transformation program that will run until winter solstice. So December 21st, and depending on where in the world you are. So this will be a 9-month deep container to work with me one-to-one. There's 4 places available. It's going to be my main focus for the next 9 months. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in how I work, if you want to know more, you know, if you want to start a business, change your relationship with yourself, change your relationship with how you view the world, move out of feeling like a victim or that you have to do it on your own, or, you know, what I can relate to all of this, but, like, you know, the journey for me has been like a really strong, independent warrior spirit. So learning to ask for help is such deep medicine, has been such deep medicine for me. And so if that's interest, I'm back in the UK in 48 hours. The link below, which will take you to book a discovery call. There's no strings. We can just have an honest conversation. I'm calling in the people who are right, you know, who I can help, who are right for me. My work isn't for everybody. But if you want to know more about it, like, book that call. Let's have a chat. It's 20 minutes. We'll just see if there's a good fit. And if you want to know more and then think about where to go from there, absolutely. But this starts on the 21st of March. So jump in, because I'm definitely not taking more than 4. That's my max. So if that sounds good, the link's below. If you're listening to this, hearthealer.co.uk. Go to work with me, book a discovery call. The link's below, and I will be back shortly. And I have on the day I arrive, I have a massive delivery of ceremonial grey cacao coming from Peru and Ecuador. So if you need to top up, get into your heart. If you want to order some for Mother's Day, then absolutely do that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let me know your comments below. Let me know, actually, if you've worked with a coach, or what your experience has been like. If you haven't and you're curious, any questions you have, drop them in below. And if there's anything you want to know, drop it below. I'm really I'm so excited. I was dreaming into this yesterday, and then I was like, okay, got clarity about 10 p.m. last night, and now it's here and it's launched. You're the first people to hear about it. Sending you so much love to all the women on International Women's Day, and all the brothers too. Love to you. I will be back with a less just got out the sea look at some point, or maybe not. Even in the UK, maybe it'll be I just climbed out the snow pile. Lots and lots of love. This does not have to be a terrible time on the planet. It can be your absolute magic time. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, this is just one of the stories. There's been so many. And actually, the benefit of not having booked anything before I came has meant that I've had lots and lots of adventures, especially as I don't speak Spanish, which is nuts. And I didn't have time to do classes before I booked the flight. All right. Mwah. Adios. Ciao. See you all soon.